Alright everybody, welcome back to Starfield, and let's go ahead and check. Oh, we have a skill point. Let's see. We could do another one in the ballistics. The weapons do 20% more damage. We could start in getting some into persuasion. Because we still need to pick 15 locks in order to get this, and we haven't done one. Yeah, let's go into persuasion. The nuanced ability to listen and discuss can often accomplish far more than simply shooting first and asking questions later. 10% increased chances of success when persuading somebody. Succeed in 3 speech challenges. We haven't had any yet, but yeah. Just taking a look at some of these. Seem pretty damn cool. And then let's go ahead and look at missions. Now we have, I'm guessing these are completed. Yeah. So we have some activities. Talk to Sergeant Yumi. Visit the Apollo landmark on Luna. Complete a research project. Talk to the bartender at Viewports. Talk to the scientist by the tree. And then we have Supra et Ultra. Register for the Vanguard. Let's go ahead. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and register. And right there.
How are things going?
Probably have to go into the yeah. Vanguard Orientation Hall. Okay, to register for your examination, please select Enlistment Agreement. Note any outstanding UC bounty must be paid before proceeding. By joining the United Colonies Vanguard, you agree to perform necessary services for the United Colonies that could place you in serious danger, resulting in harm to your craft or yourself, up to and including death. In exchange, the United Colonies Vanguard agrees to compensate all captains according to their experience level and the difficulty of the task requested. All applicants will be required to earn a satisfactory grade on a simulated combat flight, successfully complete a probationary mission. Upon the completion of both prerequisites, the United Colonies Vanguard agrees to sponsor your citizenship application and guarantees the granting of United Colonies citizenship once sufficient time or acts of valor have warranted it. Do you agree to the above commitments and wish to initiate your journey with United Colonies Vanguard? Sure. You proceed to the examination chamber through the orientation hall.
Registration accepted. You may now proceed through the historical displays in the orientation hall, or continue on to the examination.
The end of Earth.
In 2150, humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half-century, eliminating all life on the planet. Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union. Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed to make that journey possible. Just 1 year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Jemison, beginning a new era of human history, the age of the United Colonies.
The effort and planning it must have taken to evacuate literally the entire planet. Can you imagine? The logistics alone must have been mind-boggling.
New factions rise.
From their foundation, the United Colonies strove to provide all their citizens with opportunity, security, and peace. But there were those among the UC that still wanted something more. Independence. So in 2161, the UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation, granting UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers. It wasn't long before the first new faction, the Free Star Collective, was formally organized in 2188, later followed by House Varun, revealing themselves to the universe in 2230.
The result of the Centaurus Proclamation has always left me torn. So much conflict arose as a result. Was it worth it?
We're here now. House Varun. I think we've killed a few of them.
It was only in 2230 that the faction known as House Varun first made contact with the rest of the settled systems. Founded by the passengers of a colony ship that had left New Atlantis and disappeared 4 decades earlier, House Varun was a faction unlike any other. A theocracy dedicated wholly to the beliefs of its isolationist founder, Janan Varun. House Varun initially made overtures of peace towards the rest of the settled systems. They claimed their only intention was to spread the word of their god, the Great Serpent. But none could have guessed that this worship might take the form of a bloody war, the Serpent's Crusade.
The Free Star Collective.
The Free Star Collective was initially founded in 2188, when the citizens of Aquila banded together with the pleasure city of Neon in mutual defense. But in 2194, after the deployment of a UC medical star station in orbit around their world, the citizens of Narion also requested to join the collective. The resulting rise in tensions between the Free Star Collective and UC culminated in the settled system's first intergalactic conflict, the Narion War. Despite a decisive victory by the UC, the colonies permitted the citizens of Narion to join the collective, forming the basis for the fiercely independent union that persists to this day.
I mean, she has nothing to say on these two. The Narion War. Holy shit. The history of the Narion War. Beginning in 2196, the Narion War, humanity's first large-scale conflict among the stars, is remembered as a defining moment for the settled systems. As the first major conflict to make extensive use of grav-jump-enabled ships, the Narion War was less defined by key space battles and more by an extended cat-and-mouse interplay between the two powers, as the well-armed and professional UC Navy tried again and again to pin down the piecemeal but savvy Free Star fleet. Unable to strike the killing blow, the UC resorted to ever more severe tactics to try and drive the collective and capitulate, but without success. In fact, after many long years of war with little to show for it, even the populace of the UC itself began to turn against the cause, with protests roiling even New Atlantis. The citizenry demanding the war finally come to a humane close, so when at long last the final blow was struck, with the UC Navy finally cornering and obliterating the Free Star fleet in 2216, it was a hollow victory. It was from the resulting negotiations, the Treaty of Narion, that the settled systems as we know them today emerged, both literally and figuratively. Despite winning the war, the UC found themselves in an inevitable position. Painted as a brutal aggressor even in their home systems, so in the spirit of unity and lasting peace, the UC agreed to the demands of the Free Star Collective and the Narian settlers whose collusion triggered the conflict in the first place, and handed over Narion to the Collective as they had requested at the start of hostilities, including the Clinic Medical Star Station, creating the Free Star Collective as we know it to this day. In return, the UC demanded two concessions. The first was payment for damages done in the form of mineral rights on multiple worlds across the galaxy. The second, more significant demand was that no great faction may ever colonize more than 3 systems. The UC would have Alpha Centauri, Sol, and Wolf, and the Free Star Collective Cheyenne, Voli, and Narion. The Free Star Collective agreed to these terms, creating and codifying into law the settled systems as we know them today. The Treaty of Narion has since become the foundation of all contemporary political relations, and its only official violation, the cause of the great galaxy's greatest conflict, the Colony War. To learn more about the Colony War, please proceed to the Conflict Among the Stars mural. Yeah, it's that. Okay. The Serpent's Crusade.
Beginning in 2240, House Varun forces declared all-out war on the rest of human civilization, initiating the Serpent's Crusade. Over the next 23 years, thousands of Free Star, UC, and independent souls were killed by agents of House Varun in the name of their serpent god. It was only with the death of their founder in 2263 and the succession of his heir, Jarek, that House Varun finally sued for peace. There remains, however, select members of House Varun who refuse to recognize the cessation of hostilities their leaders established. Even after House Varun's mysterious disappearance, these zealots remain a threat to all who encounter them. Their pacification, a goal of all space.
Conflict Among the Stars. Oh my god, there's so much of this.
Of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions, none was more brutal than the recent colony war between the UC and the Free Star Collective. Set off by the unauthorized Free Star colonization of Vesta's Pride in 2308, a direct violation of the Narion Treaty, the colony war spread quickly across the galaxy. Both sides deployed every tool at their disposal. Armadas of warships, mechanized combat platforms, or mechs, even bioengineered alien creatures, the infamous UC xeno-weapons. It was only in 2311 at the Battle of Cheyenne that the scales finally tipped. The Free Star Collective, utilizing their civilian fleet as a human shield, successfully crippled the superior United Colonies Navy. After their shocking victory against the galaxy's greatest navy, the Free Star Collective offered terms of peace, which the colonies, out of an interest in staving off any further human costs, accepted. The galaxy has been rebuilding ever since.
Colony War was a horrible conflict that irreparably wounded the settled systems. there were times I felt that it would never end.
The Battle of Nira.
Few settled worlds were left untouched by the colony war. But nowhere could the viciousness of modern warfare be seen more clearly than on the Freestar planet of Nira. Initially occupied by invading United Colonies forces as a forward operating position, repeated attempts to take and retake the planet by collective forces led only to devastation. Swaths of the world were transformed into scorched husks, a nightmarish testament to the depths of human ingenuity and human cruelty. And today, Nira remains a continuing reminder to the horrors of unfettered war.
There's a mech. The Terror of Londinian.
I bring her here almost every day to stare at this thing.
In the midst of the colony war, a different kind of tragedy struck the UC city of Londinian. A newly constructed but critical supply center for the United Colonies' war effort, Londinian found itself overrun by one of the galaxy's most mysterious predators, the Terramorph. A rare but pervasive threat to all human-settled worlds, Terramorphs swept over the city, seemingly out of nowhere, on a scale never before seen in recorded history. Valiant efforts by the UC military slowed the onslaught, but the creatures proved unstoppable. Ultimately, the decision was made to destroy the Londinian spaceport, sealing off the city, the outbreak,
No one knows how
and
they
its
move
citizenry
between
from the
planets.
galaxy at
I wonder
large.
if they can grav jump or something.
The tragedy of Londinian is mourned by the UC to this day.
Do not touch. So that's the Terramorph. I mean, we killed it decently, pretty easy. There's some trash on this stand here.
This thing's like an artist's rendition, right? No animal can be this ugly.
The Armistice.
After the devastation wrought by the colony war, the UC and the Freestar Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice. Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that xeno-weapons and mech warfare would be outlawed. All related research was sealed away, accessible only in cases of dire emergency. But the Collective had another demand, that the active commanders of the UC military stand trial for their actions. The United Colonies, in the interest of peace and galactic security, agreed. In 2311, 3 United Colonies senior officers were found guilty. Commander Henry Durant, General Indira Rastogi, and Fleet Admiral Francois Sanon, known better as Ve Victus. All were sentenced to death for their actions, bringing the colony war to a close and returning peace to the galaxy at long last.
I was a strong supporter of the Armistice. All of the terrible weapons that both sides used against one another. It had to end.
The Vanguard is born. Hello, sir. You got a ship there. Another ship.
It was into this new world that the Vanguard was born. An official branch of the UC Navy, the Vanguard is the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet, serving a myriad of security, logistical, and reconnaissance roles. And after a sufficient length of service, UC citizenship is guaranteed to every Vanguard member. Open to all captains, regardless of origin, the Vanguard is leading the charge to protect and support the citizens of the United Colonies, wherever in the galaxy they may be.
That's very Starship Troopers. Join and become a citizen. Yeah, okay. The United Colonies citizen.
No one is born a United Colony citizen. Only through service to the UC can one hope to earn one's citizenship. But the UC prides itself on taking care of its people. Cost of living controls means citizens pay less than their foreign counterparts for needs big and small. All citizens are issued a grant upon joining to get themselves on their feet. And only UC citizens have the opportunity to purchase property, getting the chance to live in one of the most beautiful cities in the settled systems. By joining the Vanguard today, you too can begin earning your place here, in the heart of galactic civilization, as a citizen of the United Colonies.
Obviously a much nicer Starship Troopers. Okay, so it's a simulator. Okay, so we might not have to actually leave the planet. Okay.
Welcome, applicant, to the piloting simulation chamber. Please enter the designated simulation pod.
I've spent a fair bit of time in simulators just like these. They're startlingly realistic. Have fun.
Oh. I didn't see the stealing thing. Where did it, 349? Yeah. If I'm trying to steal stuff, I'm not trying to, you know, but I didn't, there was a legit just, I didn't notice that it said that it was stealing.
Applicant, to the piloting simulation chamber. Please.
I've spent a fair bit of time in simulators just like these. They're startlingly realistic. Have fun.
Oh, Vanguard Space Tactics 1. Ship missiles permanently do 5% more damage. You can do it. If we found a digipick, then I'd probably steal that. But because we're running kind of low.
Ah, you must be our new applicant. I'm Proctor Samuelson. The simulator's already been prepped. You can head in whenever you're ready.
Can you tell me about this exam?
Of course. You'll be running through a high-realism combat flight simulation, engineered by members of the UC science staff, right here in MAST. Your task is to defeat at least 3 tiers of simulated opponents. Accomplish that, and you pass the exam, and can then proceed on to your probationary mission. However, if you defeat more than 3 tiers of enemies, your required enlistment time for citizenship will be reduced, and your enlistment bonus increased. But you're welcome to try as many times as you like before returning to Commander Tuala to proceed on to the next step in your application process. We'll only keep the highest score you manage to achieve in there.
Okay. Got any advice on how to do well in there?
While I can't answer that question directly, I will say this. Due to the solitary nature of our work, resourcefulness is a critical tool in any Vanguard pilot's repertoire. You're permitted, even encouraged, to use whatever tool you're able to find in there.
Okay. Piloting isn't my area of expertise. How about you just mark me down as a pass and I head out?
Vanguard assignments can often include both space and ground combat. It'd be bad for both you and the United Colonies to not ensure you're adept in both capacities before sending you out on your first real assignment.
I was hoping for some funny dialogue. What kind of ship am I going to be flying in this simulation?
The simulator is designed to be a near-perfect replica of a Class B Deimos hoplite, the United Colony's standard destroyer model. It's been tuned to provide a challenging but fair fight against the enemy squadrons you'll encounter inside. All right then.
Time to get this ship.
This is the Mark 18 Flight Simulation Chamber applicant, currently in orbit around a high-detail recreation of a remote world. When you're ready to begin, please take a seat in the pilot's chair. Your exam is simple. Defeat as many tiers of opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. You must defeat at least 3 tiers of opponents to pass the exam. Good hunting, applicant.
New targets active.
Target defeated.
Oh, this
All
counts
targets
in piloting.
eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 1 reached. Initiating Tier 2. New targets active.
Target elimination imminent.
Your ship's hull integrity is low. If it drops to 0, your ship will explode. Plus 0 to repair your ship. This consumes parts. Or is it? Oh, it's O. Okay.
Target defeated. Target defeated.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 2 reached. Initiating Tier 3. New targets active.
You may initiate a reset of your current tier at the terminal inside the cockpit, or step outside and take a break.
I don't know, piloting and stuff is a little odd. I can't, because I only, did the thing the one time. So I can't remember some of the controls. Let's try it one more time. Like, I can't quite remember how to make it so I can...
Reset. Prepare for your first opponent.
New targets active.
Maybe like that. And like when they lock on, I'm not sure how to get out of it.
Damage sustained. Your progress ends here.
Halting simulation. You've been defeated, applicant. You may initiate a reset of your current tier at the terminal inside the cockpit, or step outside and take a break.
I'm good. Unless you have to make it through. Enemy tiers defeated 2 of 6 tiers required for completion 3. Okay, so you have to. I mean, I had max shield and everything up. And somehow...
Simulation reset. Prepare for your first opponent.
Like, what's... I don't know what GRV is.
New targets active.
Insufficient. You won't defeat us. Target defeated.
Is it just going in a fucking circle? Jesus Christ.
given.
I mean, I can't seem to actually get to it.
We are hit.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 3 reached.
Congratulations, applicant. You've defeated sufficient opponents to pass the exam. You may now exit the simulator through the hatch to record your current score, or stay and try your hand at the remaining tiers.
I think we're done.
Resuming the examination.
New targets active. Shutting down.
Congratulations, applicant. You've passed. You can head up to Commander Tuwala to receive your final results and your probationary assignment. Or you're welcome to take another run at the simulation if you'd like to try and earn a better score. We'll only keep your best run.
I understand. I don't want to do it. I think it would be cool to try to get to all 6, but I need a lot more practice in the actual space combat because I don't know. Some of the stuff seems a little odd. Like I just could not get to the ship at the end. I don't know why.
Well, look who's back. Everything go all right with the exam? Or did you have some questions you needed answered first?
I wrapped up my piloting exam and they told me to come back here.
Ah, so these are your numbers that just came through then. You ready to hear how you did?
Make it snappy. Time's wasted for me to be earning some credits. I'm ready.
Then let's get to them. So, looking at the data, hit every mural in the orientation hall, huh? A test of preparation and thoroughness. 2 traits the Vanguard values highly. Psychological results are all within expected levels. Navy doesn't have room for folks that'll fall apart the first time they're trying to outrun a homing missile. Now, how'd you do against your foes? All right, clear tier 3. We try to set a high bar, so that's no small feat. Nice work.
Hell of a job. I might even let you fly me around sometime.
So then, looking at your results as a whole, and presuming you're successful in completing your probationary mission, you could have your UC citizenship after only 10 years service. Better than your average lab rat or diplomat, but pretty standard for folks going out into combat.
10 years might seem like a long time, but it's worth the climb if you wish to become a citizen.
So, sounds to me like we've got Vanguard material on our hands. If you're interested, we could bring you on as a provisional member today. Get you the credits you've earned, then send you out on your probationary mission. First, though, all UC service people, provisional or otherwise, are required to swear an oath. So, you want to make this official? Commit yourself to the cause of the colonies?
It's a big decision. John, you're not about to have my compatriot here sign some kind of contract that sells you their grandmother 5 years down the line, are you?
Officer's honor, Sarah. This is honest work for honest credits. So, you ready to do the deed?
Can we do this under the table? I like to operate independently.
You're not in the Freestar Collective here. Vanguard keeps its work above board. You want in, you have to do the same as everyone else. And that starts with the oath.
Alright.
Fantastic. Then just follow me.
10 years. Yeah. Bullshit is what that is. Can I go read your terminal? Vanguard Recruitment Primer. Welcome recruiter to the Vanguard. You've been chosen from among the UC's many talented supervised service people for your interpersonal skills, pleasant demeanor, and ability to get the mission done. And the mission of the Vanguard Recruiter is simple: fill our ranks. Your new recruits only needed to match a few simple criteria: no UC bounty, able to successfully complete a basic flight simulation, able to successfully complete a probationary mission, something easy that's not going to get them killed. And while not an explicit requirement, they're going to need a ship. We're not running a shuttle service here. We're turning to the fine souls of the settled systems precisely because Armistice regs have filled our transports enough already. If your potential recruit fits the above mold, then you can direct them on to Commander Tula in New Atlantis to initiate their application process and get you one step closer to your quota bonus. Any questions or comments should be referred to that person. Keys of recruiting: steady income, freedom, citizenship. Until now, every member of the Vanguard will become a citizen after their designated time of service is completed, guaranteed. Recruiting FAQs, active commands, Tula John. Okay, so nothing. I was hoping for something spicy, but no. How long is this gonna take, John? I don't feel like walking for an hour. I should really start. I wonder if I have, no. I could take the spacesuit off, I guess. So I'm not walking around just in a spacesuit, but I don't think this thing is any better, to be honest. And I don't want to forget and not have it on.
Wouldn't be right doing this where we couldn't see the skies. Now, raise your right hand. The motto of the Vanguard is Supra et Ultra, above and beyond. That is where we serve, beyond the furthest reaches of the United Colonies military, and with honor and duty above reproach. Do you swear to protect and defend the citizens of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities? And to uphold the values of the Vanguard: honor, loyalty, self-reliance, in all your actions as a member of the United Colonies Navy?
I'm not normally big into commitment, but for you, fine.
I guess I'll take it. Then let me be the first to officially welcome you to the United Colonies Vanguard. Now, only thing left is getting you that probationary mission. And what I've got is comms repair. Group trying to refurb an old colony war processing plant on Tau Ceti 2. Sounds like they'd barely gotten set up when their communications died. Place is as isolated as they come, so Brass wants a Vanguard to deliver the repair suite and ensure anyone present is safe and secure. So, can the people of Tau Ceti 2 count on you?
Let's do this.
That's the spirit. Head down to the spaceport and talk to Crew Chief Harath. He'll get you the repair suite plus your new recruit kit. Oh, and your advance. Give it your all out there. Supra et Ultra.
3,000 credits. Oh, so close to a level up too. Okay, but here's the thing. I don't want to leave the planet right now. So the hell, talk to Yumi. We're gonna try to do as many.
One day, I'm gonna
that are here as possible.
Oh, I've always liked that statue. It's beautiful, isn't it? I wonder what the artist was trying to represent.
Oh yeah, Yumi is the first dude we talked to when we were here.
Ah, if it isn't my favorite part-time security officer.
I'm looking for work if you have any.
Yep. Something just came in. Scuffle over at the Dawn's Roost. Security on site handled it, but now one of them is saying the other guy stole his wedding ring. Problem is, he left without identifying the perp, so I need you to talk to Royce Elgin at the Dawn's Roost. See if you can fill in the gaps.
I can do that. Why did he leave without identifying the assailant?
Men like him aren't very generous with their time. They want you to solve a case without ever having to lift a finger themselves. Not that he'd be much of a witness, given that he was still half drunk when he got here, and somehow even more so when he left. Sorry, wrong word. Rich people don't get drunk, they get inebriated. Which is another way of saying highly unreliable.
Alright.
Good. Report back here when the matter's resolved.
What's Dawn's Roost?
A restaurant over in the residential district. Caters to a very fancy clientele. It's the kind of place where folks come in different sizes, depending on the food.
How are the day-to-day operations going?
It's a lot of work, as always. People like to say, New Atlantis is the safest city in the settled systems. How hard could your job be? Well, safety doesn't happen by accident. It takes a lot of work and a lot of people.
Anything else I should know about the case?
According to the patron, the ring is valuable, but if I had to guess, not for sentimental reasons. Normally, when someone loses a valuable keepsake, they're heartbroken. The way this guy was acting, it's almost as if he lost a wallet full of creds.
Probably.
See you later.
Contrary to what you might have heard, UC security personnel are good people. And Sergeant Yumi just happens to be an old friend.
Oh, really? So I'm thinking maybe the viewports might be down there too. I'm wondering, let's see where this is. Okay, that seems to be same area. This one's over here. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. These some shops.
Yes?
By the
Oh,
terror,
shit.
by the terror, by the terror! I can't believe it! Is it you? Is it really, really you? Captain of the frontier, bane of the fleet, constellation's shining star of stars.
Get away from me, you weirdo. It's me.
Then the day is truly blessed. Because for a moment, I wasn't sure if you were real or just another hallucination. But now that I know it's you, what are the odds? And to think, I almost went for coffee instead. But I changed my routine for one day, and here you are. It's almost like it was meant to be.
It's definitely not. You changed your routine?
Oh, yes. Normally I start my day by drinking 4 cups of coffee and stuffing my face with chunks. But after being inspired by your story, I thought to myself, what would the great and powerful hero of Vectera do? And so instead, I went for a jog. I ran and I ran and I ran, picturing you in the distance, like a North Star. Imagine my surprise to find you were actually real. By the light of Polaris, it must be fate.
Agreed, this is clearly destiny.
I know, right? And you can try to fight destiny, but you probably aren't going to win. Although, if I'm being honest, I'd wager you could beat just about anything, even theoretical concepts. But why would you, in this case? Either way, it's such an honor to meet you. Hey, do you mind if I follow you around? Do you need a sidekick? What am I saying? You're a hero, of course you do. Lead the way.
Assigning the adoring fan to your crew will make him essential until unassigned. Let's assign him. Welcome aboard. Oh wait, if you're going to be my sidekick, won't you need a costume?
Good point. I'll start working on it right away, as soon as I learn how to sew.
You better get around that.
Until then, maybe I can be a sidekick in training. Do you have an academy where fans can practice groveling at your feet? If not, I can start one.
Welcome aboard.
You won't be disappointed.
He'll be on the ship. So he's good at scavenging, concealment, and weightlifting. Later, weirdo. I was gonna steal. Mission board, self-service bounty clearance. So you can clear your bounty. The Trackers Alliance self-service bounty clearance kiosk. If you have bounty with anyone in the settled systems, don't worry. For a small convenience fee, we can clear that up for you. Our records indicate that you are not wanted by any faction within the settled systems at this time. Mission board.
Sarah Morgan.
Whoa.
You know, I was just mentioning you to someone.
Is it the same one we did? Holy shit. Destroy the Crimson Fleet Spectre at Adromus. A known pirate ship has been reported in the Adroma system. Locate the Crimson Fleet Spectre and destroy it. Deliver optical resonators to Volley Alpha. Oh, there's a time limit to these? Oh, I don't have enough space for this. Oh, there's delivery times for these too. Okay. You need an outpost with a cargo link for that one. Okay. Survey Piazzi, I, and Piazzi.
Oh, not this again, Nissa. I'm fine. I really am.
I'm just saying. None of those rocks you spend time digging up are going to keep you warm at night. I'm just looking out for you.
I'm warm enough, but thank you.
Hope life is treating you well. Let me know if I can get you anything. Hey there. Always nice to see a new face. First time in New Atlantis?
I didn't think it was that obvious.
Oh boy. I didn't mean for you to take it personally. It's just something to say to customers. Break the ice. You know what I mean? Listen, you just relax. Make yourself comfortable. You're welcome to stay as long as you want. That work for you, new guy? Let me know if there's anything I can get you.
Business seems to be booming for you.
Yep. Spaceport traffic keeps me pretty busy. But just between you and me, I've got something in the works that'll change everything. A new drink that'll make this place famous. Galaxy-wide.
Well, I have to give this a try.
You would love it, I guarantee. Only, I can't make you one right now. Don't have the ingredients. I made a deal with a hauler to bring me some small samples of an ingredient I think will make all the difference. But it never showed up. Turns out the guy I hired was also hired by a few other folks. The kind of folks who ship less than legal cargo. Security got wind, and the whole lot was impounded. Now they're just sitting on it, taking their sweet time like they always do. It's killing me.
You should go talk to security, see if you can get what's yours. Sounds like the sort of thing that could drive one to drink. I know. First one.
I submitted all the paperwork, believe me. It won't amount to anything, but I did it. And really, I'm not even certain this is what I need to finish the recipe. I think it is. I need to get my hands on that cargo.
It sure sounds like you need a helping hand.
I really do. It's gonna keep me awake nights if I don't try. Before we say anything else, I am in no way asking you to do anything that might violate any of the many, many laws in place here in New Atlantis or the larger United Colonies. This is just one friend talking to another friend, asking if maybe that friend could possibly find a way to get her important cargo out of the impound. And if, hypothetically, that were done in a less than 100% legal way, well, that might not be the worst thing in the world. You, with me on this?
Surely you're not seriously considering this course of action. The last thing we need is UC security on our backs.
Let's see. I'm here for you. I'll do whatever I can.
God, you have no idea what a relief this
Sarah
is.
disliked that.
I'm
Okay.
obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. I just figure there has to be a way to get what I need.
Don't worry, I'll figure something. No houses. Well, there goes my idea. Do you have any information to go off of?
I know a few things, but not much. The cargo is being held down at the spaceport, not in the security office. Still, they use the same access cards. If you had one, it'd work. How or why you would have a UC security access card is none of my business, of course. I'm sure I'm better off not knowing. Beyond that, the ship decks over there might also be able to get in. I don't know any of them, or I'd be talking to them instead of you. No offense.
Don't worry, I'll figure. What have you tried already?
Like I said, I submitted the usual security release forms. But because my cargo is tied up with a bunch of, again, totally unrelated illegal stuff, I don't expect the forms to matter. At all. I went and talked to an officer at the office, too. Yumi. Sergeant, maybe? He was polite, but unhelpful. I declined to suggest that as their new slogan. New Atlantis Security. Polite, but unhelpful. Truth in advertising, eh?
Don't worry, I'll figure something out.
I'm not worried. I'm annoyed. Wait, are you saying I should be worried? No, of course not. It'll be fine. Totally fine. I trust you.
How do I get what you need?
I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. I just figure there has to be a way to get what I need.
Don't worry, I'll figure something out.
I'm not worried. I'm annoyed. Wait, are you saying I should be worried? No, of course not. It'll be fine. Totally fine. I trust you.
Let's see. So what's the word around town?
You know, I had a guy in here last week ranting that General Shao ought to send the Marines down into the well. I'm usually all for letting folks speak their mind. Most times it can't be helped after a few drinks. But that was just too much. Anybody stuck living in the well, it almost certainly isn't by choice. And things down there aren't that bad. Catch you later.
Sarah was like, oh, it's fine if we steal and all this, and that. And then all of a sudden, oh, I don't like that you're willing to do this for this lady. Whatever. Stupid lady. Samsel
Dealing in
Sebreo.
art is more exciting than one would think.
Oh, yeah?
It takes a strong mind and a good eye to sell art.
Really? Huh. We'll have to see if that's a long-term trend.
So you're an art dealer?
Indeed, I am. I've been an art dealer for most of my life, plying my trade all across the settled systems. It's actually why I'm here in New Atlantis today. I'll be delivering a piece of art to a very particular client later. However, I don't yet have the art in my possession. Actually, would you like to pick up the artwork and bring it back to me? I'll reward you for your effort, of course.
Why not do it yourself?
I'm not very familiar with the streets of New Atlantis. I'm not from here, you see. I'd rather just avoid any trouble and have someone more capable do the exchange for me.
What exactly does my help entail?
You simply need to go pick up some artwork. The exchange has already been arranged and you won't have to show any credits. It's just a matter of picking something up and bringing it back to me. There's really no need to worry. It's all very simple.
I'll do it.
Excellent. You'll be picking up the art from Zoe Kaminsky at the Trade Authority. Tell her you're there for Samson Jabrel's art. She'll understand. Return the artwork to me, and you will be compensated.
The art dealer. Do you work around here?
In a sense. My trade doesn't necessarily need me to be tied down in one location. Because of that, I travel all over the settled systems. I'm here now for an opportunity. But before this, I was in Aquila. Before that, Neon. In my line of work, I can't afford to stay in one place for very long.
Can you tell me about yourself?
Other than being an art dealer, there's not much to say. I grew up in Neon, and I knew I had to get out of that place somehow. I did a few odd jobs, some deliveries, and it eventually led me onto this path I'm on now. I never thought I'd do what I do, but I suppose life can be surprising.
I didn't know the Trade Authority handles artwork.
Well, of course they do. Why wouldn't they? I've heard tell that you can get some very impressive items at the Trade Authority. But for now, let's settle for the artwork that I've procured. Goodbye.
Okay.
I can just file the invoices when they come in if you want.
Thank you, but that won't be necessary. We have a system for a reason.
Sure. Just figured I'd offer. There's a bit more in the back if you're not seeing something on display. Hi there! Thanks for stopping in. Feel free to look around. I can take care of transactions, and if you've got questions, just ask.
Nice place you got here.
Thanks. It's hard work, but it all pays off in the end. And I can't take all the credit. Gerhardt, my business partner, he does so much of the work behind the scenes. If it weren't for him, I don't know where we'd be now.
Like to see what you have for sale.
Oh, please, take a look.
And by that I mean I'd like to sell some stuff. Ace sidearm. Damn, that thing's cool. Can't move it around or anything? Alright, what do we got? No weapons. Where'd I get this thermos? Here, you can have that. Cornered Kraken. Exterminator Ripshank. Man, these aren't worth very much at all. That sucks. Warning, you will get less than the item's worth. Oh, because they don't have enough credits, okay. Well, do you have... Yes, 3. They're pretty cheap. We need helium-3 for something. There, finally got rid of that stuff. Ship parts. We'll grab those. Or did I sell those? I think I sold them. No, I bought them. Okay. Yeah, okay, they're just selling. Trying to get mostly the super rare things.
Appreciate the business.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. We can just go in the back? Okay. Gummy bugs. There's nothing even back here. But at least we got rid of a ton of stuff, you know. We also bought a ton of stuff, but
I am not a stock boy. I am busy right now.
whatever, bitch.
Eat something? Why don't you talk to Emoli? She'll take care of you.
Sure hope your day's going as well as mine is.
Why? Oh. None of this is actually on my ship.
That was handling the shipments, not deliveries.
Oh, okay. I'll try and remember. I swear.
Been a
lately I
long
feel like
time
I'm
since
spending
I
more time
bring me
with
anything
Mom.
useful.
Is this what she's using? Yep, that's all she can hold.
Until later.
If you don't see what you want, feel free. Oh, please, take a look.
Moby Dick was worth a good bit. We'll go ahead and sell the booze. Because I'll never remember to use this stuff.
Thanks for shopping at Jemison Mercantile.
Okay. So the art dealer is... That's a trade authority, so I think that's still here as well. But let's go ahead... Talk to the scientist by the tree. Because I believe that is
We were running low on foodstuffs.
somewhere we have to be as well. But there's something else over there.
I've flown across most of the settled systems in all manners of spacecraft, and yet I still get sick. Sidonia is an industrial town. The people there tend to be concise.
Get some of that O2 back, shall we?
I'm sorry, I really can't afford to be distracted. I need to get to the bottom of this.
Is something wrong? You sound concerned.
Yes. Concerned is an understatement. I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying this tree for quite some time, and it appears to be exhibiting some worrying signs. Are you familiar with this particular specimen? Do you understand its importance?
I've passed by this particular tree many times, and honestly, I never gave it a second thought. Does it hold some sort of special significance?
Finally, somebody understands. Unless, wait. You're not mocking me, right? People. Look, I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I'd ask that you move on. If you can actually assist me, however, I would appreciate it. I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems an exception is necessary. Would you be willing to retrieve some additional data for me?
I'd love to help.
Well, thank you. That's unexpected. There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around New Atlantis, all calibrated to gather pertinent information. They've been running for long enough that I think it's time to collect and analyze their findings. If you would bring them to me, that would save time.
Locate the biosensors. Like he's got 3 or 4? 4.
It's amazing to think that this tree predates New Atlantis. Can you imagine all the changes it's seen?
That's a... No, okay. I was hoping it would tell me how far away they were, because as you know, I can't really run. But, none of them seem... Well, I don't know. This one's not too far.
Is it really necessary for you to drag around all that gear?
Well, you won't carry any more of it for me, bitch.
The well's been having brownouts all the time. Mast finally sent someone down there, but nothing's changed.
Investigate brownouts in the well. Reliant Medical. I know I can't fast travel. $611 meters, holy shit. That's the thing too, we still need to explore the wells or whatever. What the hell? Orion Tower, Clothers.
Having a good one?
Sure. CJ's open 49 hours. What?
The United Colonies Vanguard program recently celebrated its 15-year anniversary. Dozens of Vanguard pilots who are now full UC citizens.
Mercury Tower. There's chunks.
I remember doing the same damn thing with my parents.
What?
So after an hour of whining, they're finally out here.
They're just sitting on the grass. They should be playing.
It's a beautiful
Wanna go
day
another
today.
3 rounds with them?
There's slides. Like right there.
At least they're outside.
One more to go. Unfortunately, it's really far away. Residential district. Oh, level up. Could increase our carry weight, but right now that's really not going to help me. Increase our fitness, so we have more stamina. While not entirely honorable and certainly not legal, it is nonetheless occasionally necessary to discreetly remove property from someone's person. Unlock the ability to pickpocket targets. Ooh. Feel bad that I have nothing in science. Okay, so if you max that out, your health will start to get damaged. I don't know why I didn't think that all that stuff I was buying was going into my inventory. I just assumed it was going into the ship. And I don't know why. I'm scared to go in the water. What if I drowned? Oh. That's a much quicker way to get there, I guess. Distribution center.
Rations? Check. Rifle? Already stowed. Fuel?
So many places you can visit. Good God.
As you can see, traffic is good. The sales keep climbing.
And there are 2 locations in New Atlantis?
Yes, and the sales in the fest didn't dip at all when the second store opened.
Impressive.
Times change, but
Can I help you with something, my friend?
George St. George.
You look like someone who has many stories to tell. I'd like to hear them.
What do you do?
Me? Why, to be frank, I don't do much. Not anymore, at least. And that suits me just fine. Yes. I now live to collect artifacts from Earth. You see, every artifact tells a story. Even spoons and forks, which most take for granted. People laugh at me when they see I collect old Earth spoons. But think about it, friend. Spoons change the course of history. Can you imagine life without them?
What brings you to New Atlantis?
Ah, the usual things, I suppose. Fame, fortune, power. I'm only joking, of course. I've actually been fortunate to call New Atlantis home for many years. For a collector, like myself, I do believe there's no better place in all the settled systems. I've been charmed to make the acquaintance of many fellow old Earth enthusiasts here in New Atlantis. And that is why I continue to stay.
Wonder where this will all lead.
I thought he might be asking us to find something and that would lead to an artifact. I'm like, that's cool, just a random dude.
Hey, are you looking for eggs too? I've only found one so far, but I want to find more before anyone else does. So if you see some, can you tell me?
I'm looking for biosensors, not egg. The egg you found wasn't beeping, was it?
Yeah, it was. Weird, right? Miss Seng over at UC Distribution bought the one I found, and she said she might buy more if I can find them. I could really use the credits.
God damn it. Whetstone. Doesn't this kid know I'm over encumbered?
Ooh, a long way down.
Wen really keeps the distribution center in tip-top shape.
I'm pleased to report that our stocks are currently being maintained at 90% or higher. I'm sure we have anything you might need.
Oh, there's a security guard. I was like, I wonder if I can just take it.
I think I got them. What do you call them? Corns? Yeah, I got corns.
What?
Welcome to UC Distribution. Now, before you say a word, I am required to inform you that formal complaints cannot be filed until the customer feedback system is back online. I have been told it'll be up and running in 2 weeks, but you know how these things are. I am sorry for any potential inconvenience. Also, if you're here about a corporate account, I've been assured that deliveries will be back on schedule soon.
Or before saying all that bullshit, you can let me say something, you know. You bought an egg from a kid recently. I need it. Or what is it you do here?
You mean besides providing a pleasant face for customers to interact with? It's all in the name. We distribute materials and products all around the United Colonies. Never a dull moment. Always something going on, and 4 other things we need to be ready for. I know some people don't believe it, but we really do the best we can. Wouldn't still be working here if I didn't care.
Let's see what you have to say.
I hope we have what you need.
You don't. Unless... Oh. Yeah, you don't. Combat knife. I want the side star. A smart gun? What the hell? 38,000. And you got a rapid shot? Ignition beam? What in the hell? Hallucinogen? You bought an egg from a kid recently? I need it.
Who, Jordan? That kid's in here every other day with some random thing he found. Trying to get credits. Yeah, I took pity on him. Why? What is it?
It's sensitive scientific equipment. Very important. It's nothing, just some junk I dropped the other day. Let's just say this one.
That so? Must mean something to you if you came looking for it. Well, you can have it back for what I paid for it, plus a little extra. Let's call it a convenience fee, shall we?
100 credits. Alright.
Pleasure doing business with you. Right. Come back if you need something else.
It's a privilege to be able to work for the UC government. I'm on tax duty tomorrow. Can't wait.
Did you always want to work at the distribution center? By the way, I work at a distribution center. Yeah.
Oh, no. When I was growing up, I actually wanted to be a miner on Sidonia. As weird as that may sound. I guess I never wanted to have a typical job. Lucky for me, working at the distribution center is anything but typical.
Not a distribution center like this, though. It's a different one.
Of course, who wouldn't? It's such a privilege to be able to work for the UC government, a true force of good. Every day is so exciting. I get to meet so many new people, solve interesting problems, and learn about developing situations throughout the settled systems. Yep, there's never a boring day at the distribution center. Take care of yourself.
I can tell you this. Every day is a boring day at the distribution center.
You know, I went to chef school.
Well, chefs, you know, it's a hard business to really get into. There's gotta be glass that we're walking on because it's definitely deeper than waist. Once we do this, I'm gonna have to go back to the ship.
I need all of the biosensors if the data is to be of any use. I don't mean to be pushy, but I really do need those sensors, and quickly.
So you do. Wonderful. I'll just take these, and we'll see what they have to tell us. All right, we'll just upload the data. Give it a moment. And just another moment. Oh, it is working, isn't it? Ah, there it is. What a relief. Now, let's see. This is... Well, it's... Oh my. Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that my suspicions were correct. There is something wrong with the tree. I will report my findings to Mast immediately with no small amount of satisfaction. The phrase, "I told you so," may even be uttered more than once.
That doesn't sound like good news.
Well, from a certain point of view. In an admittedly somewhat selfish manner. The bad news, as it were, is that the internal composition of the tree is changing. In this particular case, the tree is now regularly emitting ultra-low frequency sound waves. They're nearly imperceptible now, but they're growing in strength. This is something we've never observed before. Depending on how large these waves grow, consequences for the city could be, well, disastrous. I must consult with my colleagues in Mast at once. Thank you for your assistance. I hope these credits are adequate compensation.
2,500. Check in on Kelton later. Okay. Yeah, well, I need a mission that gets me back to my ship. I believe the spaceport is... What the hell? Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
Security has reported yet another Aurora case.
Our whole office is getting moved to Gagarin.
Really? Ugh. What's there to even do on Gagarin?
Beats me, but the financials make sense.
Well then, we're going to have to give you one hell of a send-off.
And you know, a funny thing is I've heard some of the biggest complaints, I've only heard two, I think, complaints of like that would be considered to me an actual complaint. One of them was, oh, to get to these places you have to go through so many loading screens, this and that. The New Atlantis location. Oh, we haven't discovered New Atlantis.
Yeah.
Security scanners, chemical sniffers. The United Colonies sure isn't taking any chances.
So where is my ship? Ah, here it is. But the longest loading screen that I have had has been literally less than 5 seconds. So I don't know what people are bitching about on loading screens. Unless you're playing this on the Series S. But I just don't understand it.
Hi. Please disregard. I attempted an informal greeting, but I am dissatisfied with the results.
You're fine, Vasco. And the other one.
Headed next?
Nowhere right now. I'm just turning stuff in.
Oh my God!
Don't look at him.
I'm
Just
literally following it.
Just don't look at him. Oh wait, I'm doing all of my aid. Whoops. God, I hope this gets me unencumbered. We can hold 185, and it doesn't.
Your footsteps right now. Do you need anything? Yes.
We're just gonna unload it all onto our companions and our ship.
Let me know if you want to talk some more.
I'm not gonna want to talk, trust me. Okay.
Captain Elijah.
Yes.
It is pleasant to see you.
Thank you. You too, Vasco. And I think the other one was like speak to crew. Okay. It feels, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I guess it's like lifeless or empty, something like that. But it's like, I don't know. It's more full than Fallout is. It's more full than Skyrim.
Shocked she managed to limp back here at all. Pull it for leeches, get it fixed up, and let her know we'll have it ready as soon as we can. Ah, you are new probationary then? Crew Chief Herat. Pleasure to be working with you. It's my job to make sure all you rocket jockeys are ready for anything that comes at you up there. Now, Manifest says we're fitting you out with one comms repair suite. In addition to the standard issue welcome kit all probationary pilots get for their first mission. Med packs, some small arms, couple spare ship parts, all the essentials in case of any surprises up there. My people will have everything on your ship before you lift off. Won't even know they were there. So, paying a visit to the people of scenic Tau Ceti 2. Nice easy one for your first job. Just keep your head on swivel and you'll come home safe. Any questions before you head out?
What exactly are you putting on my ship?
Nothing too dangerous, if that's your concern. The repair suite's mostly just wiring and circuit boards. The welcome kit has some goodies in there I wouldn't leave sitting around when company comes to visit. But it's nothing some proper storage can't make safe.
Anything you can tell me about Tau Ceti 2?
I honestly didn't realize it had people living on it until we got your record. Report they gave us seemed clean. No known hostile outposts. But I wouldn't say that's permission to let your guard down. Just watch out for wildlife and pirates. Keep those med packs handy and you'll be fine.
I'm all set.
Then I won't keep you. Make us look good out there, recruit.
Okay, make contact with the settlers, so that'll make us leave. So let's go ahead. Brownouts, check in on Kelton later, check out your ship's inventory. Sergeant Yumi at UC has given me another task. I'm to speak to Royce Elegant at Dawn's Roost about a bar fight. Okay. And we have these two. The art dealer and Distilling Confidence has asked me to help acquire some cargo from off-world. Okay, not that one. At the Trade Authority. Alright. We have two more it seems like we can do. Like, I'll be honest, this New Atlantis alone, yes, it has loading screens to go in and out of places, but it's bigger than all of the cities in Fallout 3, New Vegas, and 4 combined.
No bounty. You're clear.
And they all have loading screens as well when you go into places, so it's like... and this is just a comparison of size. It's insane how big New Atlantis just seems to be.
nice day.
Like, if you wanted to, it's seemingly, I haven't done it, I haven't tried, and I don't know if I will. You could probably spend 12 to 15 hours in New Atlantis just talking to people and visiting places. Like, it's crazy. There's so many places and people. Someone's luggage just fell.
There is simply no parallel to the food you will find here. One taste, and I'm sure you'll agree.
You sound like a dick.
I do hope you are enjoying your time in New Atlantis.
I'm here about a fight that happened at your restaurant.
A most unfortunate incident, complicated by the fact that both parties were inebriated. While I wasn't privy to the entire argument, Hugo and Octavio had been dining here together for quite some time. So, it was surprising to see them at each other's throats.
Can you describe the patrons?
Well, the one who stayed with UC Security, Octavio, is a shorter man, handsome and refined. His favorite menu item is the Saint, I believe. The other, Hugo Fournier, is a tall, slender gentleman with a French accent. Excellent tipper, well-mannered, but a bit hot-tempered.
Do you know anything about the stolen wedding ring?
I wasn't witness to any theft. And both men were wearing rings, if I recall correctly.
These two men dined together?
Oh, yes, quite often. They had a usual table over in the far corner, with all the traditional accoutrements. Music, candles, wine. You see where I'm going with this. But this time the two had barely sat down before the argument got heated. Thankfully, security stepped in before anyone got hurt.
Need to find one of the patrons involved. Apparently he stole something.
I assume that would be the slender gentleman, Hugo Fournier. He was the one who excused himself after UC Security arrived. I believe he lives in Athena Tower, although he may be checking out soon. But I would start there.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
If the bartender has a mystery drink for you to try, don't.
Shift's over. Time for the roost.
Like, yeah, I think too. We still haven't even gone down to the wells. But I will say this is reminiscent of Mass Effect. And, I mean, not a bad game series to be compared to. And when I say Mass Effect, I just mean the design of, like, how the city and stuff is. Because they have... Mass Effect had the slums, or whatever it was called.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor. A doctor.
Then it had all these different districts as well, so...
Hey.
What's up?
Oh, leave that Octavio. That liar, that manipulator, that...
Dirty, rotten scoundrel. Man who's charged you with theft?
Yes, the man who... Wait, what? He's accusing me of theft? The nerve of that Lothario! 5 years we were together, half a decade! And he threw it all away for that waiter!
Ooh. Your ex claims you stole that ring. You two were dating?
Not just dating, betrothed. And I have the engagement ring to prove it.
Is there any chance you two can patch things up?
No. There are some things in life that cannot be repaired. Cheating is his way of saying, I don't love you. And without love, what's the point?
Yeah. What happened at Dawn's Roost?
It was supposed to be a romantic dinner. Our last, before we pledged our lives to each other. But an hour before, I decided to do some cleaning to calm my nerves. I picked up a pair of pants he left on the floor, and out falls a napkin from the Dawn's roost with a number written on the back. To think he had the audacity to schedule a date with me at the same restaurant? I was livid! Still, I went to the date and held it together just long enough for the waiter to serve us, then I went off!
He claims you stole that ring.
He would say that, but as far as I'm concerned, it's my property. He gifted it to me when he proposed. It's not his to return.
I mean... if he's the one that cheated, then you get to keep the ring.
I'm glad you could see reason. This ring is going to fund a very long vacation across the settled systems. Maybe I'll even take pictures.
That's my opinion. If that person that gave you that ring cheated and they want the ring back, no, it's yours now. That is your ring. We can go to the apartments. Damn it. Like, that right there is probably the longest loading screen I've had. CJ is open 49 hours. I don't understand, but okay. Oh, look, there's where I was. There's the ships. Oh. It's crazy that you can see that far. I mean, you can't see movement. It's just basically a static picture. But it's still just crazy you can see that far. Oh, shit.
Just look at it. It took years to get it looking just like this.
Whatever you say.
I know, you think this is a joke of a job. But keeping the grounds immaculate, you can take pride in it.
Nobody cares. Nobody's looking at it.
These greens are the heart of the commercial district. And if it's clean, if it's thriving, so is New Atlantis.
I'm just here for the paycheck.
You'll come around.
No, I agree. It takes a lot of work. Oh, commercial district. We haven't discovered these yet. Oh. It takes a lot of work to upkeep grounds and stuff that big, especially if it's a lot. I used to work in greenhouse. I used to do huge gardens and stuff like that, and it's a lot of work every day, all day. You're working outside, and if you're working in a greenhouse, oh.
Crime has... How can I help you, Captain?
I've got a friend who needs something from storage. What? That's a spaceport?
Yeah, we all got friends who need things. But we've also got rules and regulations, and I'm not going to bend them. Your friend can file a request like everyone else.
Oh, it's the lady. Yeah. I finished my investigation of the Flight at Dawns.
Ah, perfect. Did you manage to get the ring back?
The ring wasn't stolen, it was gifted.
Really? I should have known this was a waste of time the moment I laid eyes on that drunk. That's on me. Without saying names, there are some people in this city who treat us like their personal security service. But you know how it goes. Sometimes we protect, other times we serve. Either way, I'm still going to pay you for your time. Here, take this. It's well deserved.
Hey. I want to say too, a lot of the voice acting so far is really good. Pick up some artwork at the Trade Authority. This one is requiring cargo from off-world. It's being held in secure storage at the spaceport. Access secure storage. Well, then it's not off-world.
I can assure you this unprovoked attack.
What's up, Vasco?
Hey, this really isn't a good place for civilians to be hanging around. There's something I can help you with?
Persuade. You got some cargo that was impounded. I need to access it.
Yeah, I can't really just let you in there.
To persuade a person, you need to make successful choices. Choices can range from kind words to distractions or to threats. Each choice has a difficulty. The higher the difficulty, the greater the chance the choice fails. But the more points you'll earn when you succeed. You have a limited number of choices you can make, but you can never fail if your last choice succeeded. Okay, so, look, I get it. You've got your orders, I've got mine.
I hear you.
You know, I really think I left the oven on 2-star systems over. You think relative time means my house has burned down by now?
That's a good one.
I know you were a reasonable person.
That doesn't mean I'm a pushover. I'm gonna need you to clear out of here.
Oh.
Or else I'll have to call security.
Wait. I don't get it. Let me try something. Where did it load? 5:31. Damn, that was 3 minutes ago. I want to try it again. I want to see something. Because what I thought was going to happen was I had 2. So
Be careful if you run into those ecliptic jerks.
the second option was a +2, and I had 2 successes, so I thought that maybe I could do that, the 2. And I guess that's not how that works. Oh, I didn't realize I was out of breath.
Hey, this really... There's something I can...
Persuade.
Yeah... You may think so.
Look, I get it. You got your orders, I've got mine. So that other one didn't work.
You don't know what you're talking about.
There must be some way we can both win here.
Maybe so. All right, look. Don't
Critical
tell
success.
anyone I did this for you.
What?
I could lose my job over it. If anyone anyone asks, I had nothing to do with this. You got it?
Thank you.
1 second. All right, make it quick, will you?
I'm out. Thank you. So I don't know, is it literally RNG? Is it random? Obviously the higher your speech, the easier they'll be. But is it possible for you to pass them even if it's like a +5 and you're at the first rank of persuasion? You know what I mean?
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep.
That's interesting. Because it's like, so I've been playing Baldur's Gate, and man, the dice rolls in that are killing me sometimes.
Good to see you again. Can I get you something? Hey there, new guy. Good to see you again. Can I get you something?
I have a present for you.
Oh, no way. You really got it? I probably don't want to know what you did to get this, right?
Nah.
I mean, I want to know, but it's maybe better if I don't.
Reloaded a save. Don't worry. No one died getting this. If you see security ask questions, you and I never met.
You really do love your jokes. You are joking, right? Well, look, I can assure this will all be worth it in the end. Matter of fact, I'm going to let you have the first ever sample. On top of that, you get free drinks. Not like unlimited free drinks.
Oh, come on.
But you want a little pick-me-up now and then? I got you covered.
Alright.
I need some time to work on what comes next. But this was the difficult part, I think. Really, thank you so much.
We get $2,500 Supernova added. Heard any good rumors lately?
I hear there's some sort of citizens group trying to get the old Valroon embassy torn down. When I first heard about it, I thought it was a bit extreme, but really, would you want to move into that place? Me neither. And it's not like they're ever coming back. House Valroon, I mean? Well, at least not make nice and be all diplomatic. We all know how that went. Stop by anytime you'd like to catch up.
So, it just said that the grunt thing, make contact with... Oh, it was probably because it just switched to that. Okay. Let's see about this one. Since this one and that scientist are the last ones we have here. And then...
It's amazing what passes as art.
What we'll do... Oh, hello. Tony?
It's nothing like an afternoon off.
Do you live around here?
What, at Terra Brew? I wish. Nah, I live at Athena Tower. Just moved in, actually. My girlfriend and I got a place there a few weeks ago. I'm not sure how long we'll be there, though. We're saving up to get out of New Atlantis and, tour the settled systems.
How's your day going?
Fine, I guess. Do we know each other?
No, but I'd like to get to know you better.
Wait. Are you flirting with me?
It's not exactly what I'm just... No, I'm just making small talk.
Oh, am I glad to hear that. I already have a girlfriend. It's always awkward having to turn someone down. Catch you later, yeah?
Will you tell me more about your girlfriend?
Yeah, sure. Her name's Donna. She works at the Nat station near Mast. Oh, boy, is she a catch. She's passionate, beautiful, friendly. I really lucked out. We met a couple of years ago, and we've been going steady since then. I'm actually thinking about asking her to marry me pretty soon. Keep that between us, okay? I don't want her finding out before I pop the question. I sure hope your day's going as well as mine is.
Okay, we're down at the well. So I'll tell you what we're going to do is end it here. Because we need to peruse the well. And then we'll peruse the rest of New Atlantis in the next one. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Have a great day and I'll see you.